chosen one. Pause for a moment. Stop scrolling. Breathe. What you are about to hear is not random, and this moment was not scheduled by an algorithm. It was arranged by heaven. Chosen one, you did not find this message by accident. You were summoned. Through divine appointment and perfect timing, heaven aligned your steps to be here right now. The delays you've endured, the silent seasons, the financial pressure, the unseen battles in the spirit, none of it was punishment. It was preparation. What felt like resistance was refinement. What looked like waiting was training. Anointed one, you are standing at the edge of a supernatural breakthrough. A shift is forming, a sudden elevation is approaching, a divine wealth transfer is being positioned in your name. Heaven has been watching how you carried yourself in lack, how you stayed faithful when doors stayed closed, how you endured warfare without losing your vision. Chosen one, hear this clearly. Wealth is your calling. Money is your mantle. Breakthrough is your destiny. You were never meant to struggle forever. You were designed to prosper with purpose and to carry resources with wisdom. As it is written in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarries, wait for it. Because it will surely come, it will not delay." Anointed one, the appointed time is now. Stay with me. What is about to be revealed will explain why no matter how much they try, you cannot be stopped from becoming rich. Chosen one. There is an awakening taking place within you right now that did not start with this message, and it will not end with it. This moment is simply a confirmation of something heaven initiated long ago. You've always sensed it, even when you tried to ignore it, even when life pressured you to become smaller, quieter, more acceptable. There has always been something in you that refused to fully submit to limitation. That was not pride. That was identity. From an early stage in your life, you carried a knowing that your path would not look ordinary, that your story would not follow the usual script, that survival was never meant to be your final destination. Anointed one, identity awakening is not loud. It does not arrive with applause or fireworks. It arrives as a disturbance, a holy discomfort, a deep inner refusal to settle for cycles that everyone else seems to accept. You may have questioned yourself for years, wondering why certain environments drained you, why certain jobs never fulfilled you, why certain relationships could not hold you. It was not because you were ungrateful, it was because your spirit was built for something that required expansion. You were never designed merely to get by. You were designed to carry weight, responsibility, and provision tied to purpose. Chosen one, hear this with clarity before heaven ever releases resources. It restores identity. Money is never the first thing God entrusts. Awareness is. Consciousness is. Alignment is. That is why your journey has felt inward before it becomes outward. That is why your battles were internal long before they became financial. Heaven was teaching you who you are before showing you what you will carry. As it is written in Romans chapter 8 verse 17, heirs must first know they are heirs before inheritance makes sense. And right now, something in you is remembering. There were seasons when you felt hidden, overlooked, even delayed, and others seemed to pass you by with ease. But identity awakens in obscurity. Roots form underground, not in sunlight. What you perceived as being buried was actually being planted. Every moment you felt different, misunderstood, or alone was shaping your inner authority. Authority does not come from titles or numbers. It comes from knowing who sent you, and you were sent with an assignment that includes influence, stewardship, and provision. I speak to you not as someone above you, but as someone who has walked through seasons where nothing made sense on the surface. Seasons where prayers felt unanswered, where effort did not immediately produce results, where silence stretched longer than comfort allowed. In those seasons, the most important thing heaven was building was not momentum. It was identity. Because once identity is firm, opposition loses leverage. Once identity is clear, delay stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like preparation. Chosen one, you were never meant to chase wealth the way others do. You were meant to attract it through alignment. But attraction only works when you know who you are. That is why heaven has been peeling away false versions of you. Versions shaped by fear, people-pleasing, survival thinking, and comparison. Each stripping felt painful, but each one brought you closer to your original design. As it is written in 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18, transformation happens from the inside out. You are being restored to yourself. You may notice that as your awareness increases, tolerance decreases. You can no longer pretend. You can no longer shrink your vision. You can no longer ignore the pull towards something greater. That pull is not ambition. It is remembrance. Your spirit recognizes its assignment, even when your mind tries to reason it away. And that assignment is not small. It is generational. It is impactful. It is tied to resources because resources are required to fulfill it responsibly. Chosen One Identity Awakening also explains why you survived what should have destroyed you. There were moments when pressure should have crushed you, betrayal should have hardened you, lack should have broken you. Yet here you are, still sensitive, still reflective, still aware. That survival was not luck. It was protection. Heaven does not preserve what it does not plan to use. You were kept because you are needed. You were sustained because you are assigned. As your identity awakens, you may feel a strange mixture of peace and urgency. Peace because something finally makes sense. Urgency because you know a shift is coming. This is not anxiety. This is alignment. This is your spirit standing up inside you, recognizing that the season of merely enduring is closing. The season of positioning is opening. And identity is the key that unlocks every door that follows. Chosen One. This awakening is only the beginning. What comes next will challenge how you see your past, your waiting, and your future. Stay with me. What comes next will shift your spirit. Chosen One. The waiting season you walked through was never empty, even when it felt unbearable. What you called delay, heaven called development. What you thought was resistance was actually restraint. There were moments you questioned whether you were forgotten, whether your prayers had expired, whether your obedience even mattered anymore. But the truth is, this God does not delay what he has not first decided to trust. Waiting is not denial. Waiting is filtration. Heaven was not withholding blessing from you. Heaven was protecting the blessing from you until your inner structure could carry it. Anointed One. Waiting seasons are misunderstood because they strip you of external proof. Nothing moves fast. Nothing announces itself. There is no applause. Only silence, pressure, and repetition. And yet, this is where the most dangerous kind of preparation happens. This is where character is welded. This is where discernment is sharpened. This is where you learn to hear God without visible confirmation. As it is written in Isaiah chapter 30, verse 18, "The Lord waits so that he may be gracious." Waiting is mutual. While you were waiting on heaven, heaven was waiting on your formation. I want to speak to you as someone who has sat in that silence where days felt long and progress felt invisible. In that season, your faith is tested not by hardship, but by stillness. You are forced to confront who you are without results, without recognition, without momentum. That is not accidental. If wealth had arrived before identity matured, it would have amplified insecurity instead of purpose. Heaven delays to detox the soul. The waiting season drains desperation so that when provision comes, it does not become your God. Chosen one. Notice this pattern: the longer the delay, the heavier the assignment. God does not rush what carries generational consequence. Joseph waited. David waited. Esther waited. Jesus himself waited 30 years for a ministry that lasted 3. The waiting was not wasted. It was alignment. You were not being punished. You were being positioned. Every closed door protected you from premature exposure. Every unanswered prayer redirected you away from alliances that would have drained you later. During this season, you learned things money cannot teach. You learned restraint. You learned patience. You learned how to survive without applause. You learned how to stay honest when compromise would have accelerated results. You learned who stays when there is nothing to gain. These lessons are not spiritual extras. They are requirements for the level of wealth and influence approaching your life. As it is written in Luke chapter 16 verse 10, faithfulness in little precedes authority over much. Waiting trains stewardship before abundance demands it. An anointed moment. You almost quit, not loudly, quietly, internally. Moments when your motivation thinned and your hope felt tired, yet you stayed. Even when your faith felt small, you stayed. That endurance is evidence. Heaven does not overlook endurance. In fact, endurance is one of the currencies heaven responds to fastest. You stayed when others escaped. You stayed when it would have been easier to numb yourself or lower your expectations. That staying rewired you. It taught you that your calling is not dependent on speed. Waiting also taught you to see differently. You stopped chasing noise. You stopped needing validation. You stopped explaining yourself. Silence trained your discernment. You began to feel when something was misaligned without needing proof. That sensitivity will soon become your advantage. In wealth, discernment is protection. In opportunity, timing is everything. Heaven was slowing you down so that when doors open, you will recognize which ones are divine and which ones are distractions. Chosen. 1. The waiting season was not passive. It was active in ways you could not measure. While it felt like nothing was happening externally, heaven was rearranging your internal posture. Fear was being drained. Ego was being softened. Motives were being purified. That is why you are less impressed by shortcuts now. That is why you no longer crave quick wins. You were being trained to build things that last. Wealth that arrives without this training collapses under its own weight. There is a sacred reason why some blessings come slowly. Speed reveals what preparation hides. The waiting season ensured that when acceleration begins, it will not destroy you. As it is written in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 11, God makes everything beautiful in its time. You were not late, you were early. Heaven simply refused to release you into a season you were not yet fortified to sustain. Chosen one. This season is ending. Not because you forced it, but because it accomplished its purpose. The pressure lifted internally before it shifts externally. That is how you know alignment is near. Stay with me. What comes next will shift your spirit. Chosen one. There comes a moment in the journey that cannot be forced, borrowed, or accelerated, a moment that does not depend on circumstances aligning or people agreeing with you. It is the moment of internal confirmation. This moment does not arrive loudly. It does not announce itself with signs in the sky or instant results in your hands. It arrives quietly, settling deep within you, bringing a calm certainty that does not need validation. You may still face questions, delays, or uncertainty, but something inside you has already said yes. Yes to the calling, yes to the path, yes to the truth that your life is not random and your journey is not accidental. Anointed One. Internal confirmation is different from motivation. Motivation rises and falls. Confirmation remains. It is the inner witness that holds steady when emotions fluctuate and outcomes remain unseen. You may not yet see how everything will unfold, but you know that you are aligned. This knowing does not push you to rush. It anchors you so you do not drift. As it is written in Romans chapter 8 verse 16, the Spirit bears witness with our spirit. That witness is not external proof. It is inward alignment, and once it settles, you move through life differently. You may have noticed subtle shifts in how you respond to pressure. Situations that once triggered anxiety now invite reflection. Decisions that once felt overwhelming now feel measured. This is not because life became easier, but because your inner center became stronger. Internal confirmation stabilizes you from the inside out. It teaches your nervous system that you are not in danger simply because answers are delayed. This stability is essential for the level of stewardship approaching your life. Chosen One. I want to speak to you as someone who has learned this through lived experience. The most costly mistakes are not made from lack of talent or opportunity, but from acting without internal agreement. When your actions move ahead of your spirit, confusion multiplies. But when your spirit confirms the direction, even slow steps become powerful. In your silent seasons, you are not idle. You are learning how to listen beneath the noise, how to separate urgency from alignment, and how to wait without disconnecting from purpose. Internal confirmation also explains why your relationship with approval has changed. Praise no longer inflates you. Criticism no longer defines you. This is not indifference, it is maturity. When your spirit confirms your assignment, opinions become information rather than instruction. You can receive feedback without losing direction. In realms of wealth and influence, this discernment becomes protection. Many lose their path not because they lack opportunity, but because they allow noise to replace inner guidance. Anointed One, notice how your prayers have shifted. You no longer plead from desperation. You speak with clarity and listen with patience. You ask fewer questions and sit longer in stillness. This is internal confirmation expressing itself. As it is written in 1 Kings chapter 19 verse 12, God speaks in a still small voice. You are learning to recognize it. And because you can hear it, you are becoming less reactive and more intentional. Internal confirmation brings restraint. You pause before committing. You sense when timing is off, even if logic cannot explain it. You are no longer seduced by speed. This discernment is not fear. It is wisdom. It was forged through disappointment, through seasons where acting too fast would have cost you deeply. You were trained to value alignment over acceleration. That training will soon save you from costly detours. There were moments when opportunities appeared promising, yet something in you hesitated. That hesitation was not lack of faith. It was inner agreement protecting you. Internal confirmation acts as a filter. Not everything that advances you is assigned to you. Not everything that looks profitable aligns with your calling. This discernment will matter greatly as doors begin to open more frequently. Chosen one, internal confirmation also brings responsibility. You no longer ask only what you can gain, but what you are meant to steward. This shift signals readiness. Wealth without stewardship corrupts. Influence without grounding fractures. Heaven confirms internally before releasing externally. You are being shaped to hold resources without losing balance. I have witnessed people receive what they prayed for and still feel empty because they bypassed this stage. They chased manifestation without confirmation. You did not. Your path was quieter, slower, and more demanding. Because of that, when provision arrives, it will meet a vessel that knows how to remain anchored. As it is written in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23, "Guard your heart, for everything flows from it." You have been guarding yours carefully. Internal confirmation stabilizes your faith. You no longer require constant reassurance. You check inwardly before reacting outwardly. You trust the process without needing immediate proof. This groundedness will soon become visible to others. People sense stability. They are drawn to it. They trust it. They invest in it, not because you are loud, but because you are centered. Anointed one, internal confirmation does not remove mystery. It removes panic. You are not walking with full certainty of outcomes, but with agreement of direction. That agreement becomes your strength. It allows you to walk forward without forcing doors, without chasing validation, without betraying your inner truth. Chosen one. This stage is sacred. It is the bridge between preparation and manifestation. Nothing is rushed here. Nothing is wasted. Your inner world is being aligned to sustain what your outer world is about to receive. You are not waiting for permission. You are walking in agreement, and agreement is power. Chosen one. Divine timing is not the same as human timing and learning. This truth is one of the most critical thresholds you have crossed. Human timing is driven by urgency, comparison, fear of missing out, and the pressure to prove progress. Divine timing is driven by readiness, alignment, and precision. You have lived long enough to see that when things arrive too early, they become burdens, and when they arrive too late, they lose meaning. Divine timing arrives neither early nor late. It arrives complete. And this is the season where your understanding of timing has been rewired. Anointed one. There were moments when you prayed for speed and heaven answered with delay. At the time it felt cruel. It felt like resistance, but delay is often mercy disguised as silence. As it is written in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1, there is a time for every purpose under heaven. Timing is not about when you want it. It is about when it can be sustained. Heaven does not release acceleration until the foundation can carry the weight of momentum. That is why your life slowed down before it sped up. Divine timing is never random. It is layered. While you were waiting for visible change, invisible alignment was happening. People were being moved. Systems were shifting. Knowledge you did not yet have was being formed inside you through experience. You were not idle. You were being synchronized. Heaven was coordinating events you could not see, conversations you were not part of, and decisions that would later intersect with your path at exactly the right moment. Chosen one. I want to speak to you as someone who once believed that if something did not happen quickly, it meant it was not meant to happen at all. That belief collapses under spiritual maturity. Some things require slowness so they can arrive intact. Some blessings need time to mature you so they do not destroy you. Divine timing protects you from premature victory because premature victory often leads to long-term loss. You may notice now that you no longer envy speed. When others rise quickly, you do not feel threatened. When others announce breakthroughs, you do not feel behind. This is not resignation, it is trust. Trust is evidence of alignment with divine timing. You have learned that comparison disrupts timing and impatience fractures discernment. Heaven slowed you down to remove the need to compete. Anointed One divine timing also explains why certain doors closed just as you were ready to walk through them. Those closures were not failures, they were reroutes. You were being spared from paths that would have cost you later. As it is written in Proverbs chapter 16 verse 9, a person plans their way, but the Lord directs their steps. Direction often looks like interruption. What felt like setback was often protection in motion. There is a precision to divine timing that logic cannot measure. The same opportunity that would have overwhelmed you years ago will soon meet you as a match. The same responsibility that once felt heavy will soon feel natural. That is not coincidence. That is growth aligning with release. Heaven times blessings to meet capacity, not desire. Chosen. One timing also matures faith. Early in your journey you needed signs to believe. Now you believe before signs appear. That shift matters. As it is written in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Divine timing trains you to trust substance before visibility. That is why your confidence is quieter now. You are no longer trying to convince yourself. You are resting in alignment. I have learned that divine timing often feels uncomfortable right before it activates. There is a stretch and unease, a sense that something is about to change but has not yet moved. That tension is not anxiety, it is readiness. It is the final adjustment before release. Muscles tighten before movement. Seeds swell before breaking soil. You are not stagnant, you are positioned. Anointed One divine timing also governs relationships, resources, and recognition. Not everyone who was present in your waiting season is meant to enter your fulfillment season. Timing determines access. Heaven removes some people not because they are evil, but because they are misaligned with where you are going. This is not punishment. It is clarity. When timing shifts, compatibility shifts. You may feel a strange peace, even as uncertainty remains. That peace is not ignorance, it is alignment. You trust that what arrives next will arrive whole. You trust that you will recognize it when it comes. Divine timing trains recognition as much as patience. When the moment arrives, there will be no confusion, there will be confirmation, chosen. One, understand this deeply. Divine timing does not rush because it does not compete. It does not panic because it sees the full picture. Heaven is never late. Heaven is never early. Heaven is exact. Your journey has been calibrated, not delayed. Every pause had purpose. Every season had function. Every silence carried instruction. As it is written in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3, the vision is for an appointed time. Though it may seem slow, wait for it. It will surely come and will not delay. That verse is not about endurance alone. It is about trust in precision. The appointed time is not flexible. It is fixed, and you are now aligned with it. Chosen One. Divine timing is not something you chase. It is something you enter. You do not force it. You recognize it, and recognition comes from alignment, not effort. You are no longer asking when. You are preparing for how. That is how you know timing is near, not because impatience grows, but because readiness deepens. Chosen One. Purpose is not something you invent, and calling is not something you choose casually. Purpose is something you uncover, and calling is something that uncovers you. Long before you had language for it, your life was already responding to an assignment written beyond time. This is why certain paths never satisfied you, even when they looked successful. This is why comfort often felt heavier than struggle. You were not designed to drift. You were designed to carry. Anointed One calling does not always announce itself through clarity. Most often, it reveals itself through resistance. You resisted small thinking. You resisted settling. You resisted living only for survival. Even when you tried to ignore the pull, it followed you. That pull was not restlessness. It was responsibility waking up. As it is written in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10, you were created for works prepared in advance. Those works were not optional, they were inevitable. Purpose explains why your journey required depth instead of speed. A shallow life could never hold what you were meant to release. Your calling required wisdom, discernment, restraint, and humility. These qualities are not downloaded overnight. They are earned through lived experience. Heaven allowed your path to feel heavy at times because light vessels cannot carry weighty assignments. Pressure refined you. Delay disciplined you. Silence taught you how to listen. Chosen One. I speak as someone who once believed purpose would feel exciting before it felt demanding. The truth is, calling often arrives as burden before it becomes blessing. You felt the weight of responsibility long before you saw the reward. That weight trained your character. It taught you to ask different questions. Not what do I want, but what am I responsible for? That shift is evidence that calling has taken root. Anointed One. Your purpose is not isolated. It is connected to others, to systems, to generations. This is why your decisions always seem to carry consequences beyond you. You sense that your choices mattered even when no one was watching. That awareness was not anxiety. It was stewardship, awakening. Heaven does not place calling on those who treat life lightly. Purpose also explains why you were drawn to knowledge others ignored. You studied patterns, you observed people, you questioned systems. You were not satisfied with surface explanations. That curiosity was preparation. Your calling requires understanding, not just belief. It requires insight, not just intention. As it is written in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7, wisdom is the principal thing. Your journey prioritized wisdom over speed. Chosen One calling reshapes desire. You noticed that as you matured, certain ambitions lost their appeal. Status without substance no longer impressed you. Success without impact felt hollow. This was not loss of drive. It was refinement of focus. Purpose narrows vision, so energy is not wasted. Heaven was aligning your desires with your assignment. Anointed One calling also explains the loneliness you experienced at times. Not everyone could walk with you while you were becoming who you are. This isolation was not rejection. It was protection. Some voices would have diluted your clarity. Some influences would have distracted your focus. Heaven separated you so your identity could solidify without interference. You may have wondered why your life demanded integrity, even when compromise would have brought faster results. Calling demands alignment. Shortcuts create fractures. Heaven withheld certain opportunities because they would have required you to betray yourself. Purpose is never served by success that costs your core. Chosen One calling also brings accountability. You feel conviction quickly. You sense misalignment early. This sensitivity is not weakness. It is guidance. It keeps you calibrated. It ensures that when influence increases, humility remains. As it is written in Luke chapter 12, verse 48, "To whom much is given, much is required." You felt requirement before reward. Purpose matures faith differently. You no longer ask for ease. You ask for alignment. You no longer pray to escape pressure. You pray to steward it wisely. This shift marks readiness. Calling does not remove difficulty. It gives difficulty meaning. Anointed One, your calling includes provision because purpose requires resources. This does not make wealth the goal, it makes wealth the tool. Heaven does not finance ego. Heaven funds assignment. The reason money keeps appearing in your awareness is not greed. It is responsibility approaching. You're being prepared to manage resources without being mastered by them. Chosen One calling also demands patience. Not everything assigned to you unfolds at once. Purpose reveals itself in layers. Each season unlocks another dimension. This keeps you dependent, teachable, and grounded. If everything arrived at once, pride would outpace wisdom. As it is written in Psalm chapter 127, verse 1, "Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build labor in vain." Your life has been under construction by design. Heaven has been building something that lasts. Chosen One, your calling is alive, it is active, it is patient, and it is approaching expression. You are not late, you are not early, you are aligned. Chosen One. The activation of your financial mantle is not about greed, desire, or status. It is the moment when heaven authorizes you to carry resources without being ruled by them. A mantle is not money. It is responsibility, alignment, and trust. You were trained quietly so your hands would stay clean when increase arrives. Activation begins internally, where motives settle, fear loosens, and stewardship becomes natural. This mantle responds to obedience, not pressure, and it rests only on those prepared to serve purpose through provision, faithfully, patiently, and humbly, before abundance becomes visible in the natural realm around them. Anointed. One financial mantle activation explains why money has never fully satisfied you. You sensed it was connected to calling, not consumption. Heaven was shaping your relationship with resources long before they appeared. You learned restraint, generosity, and patience during lack, because lack reveals character. The mantle activates when desire submits to assignment. As written in Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18, God gives power to create wealth so covenant may be established. That power follows humility, not entitlement, ensuring resources remain tools. Never idols, and provision strengthens obedience rather than replacing devotion, discipline, and reverence within heart of carrier alone. Chosen. One activation does not arrive through emotion. It arrives through permission. Heaven grants access when alignment is complete. You reached a point where money stopped intimidating you, yet no longer excited you. That neutrality is readiness. Financial mantles rest on those unmoved by extremes. During preparation, you learned how to give quietly, plan patiently, and wait without resentment. These behaviors signal trustworthiness. As written in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 4, humility and reverence bring riches, honor, and life. Activation follows character, not charisma, ensuring increase strengthens integrity rather than exposing weakness, imbalance, or hidden insecurity within the soul first. Anointed One. The financial mantle carries weight because it attracts pressure. Pressure reveals motives quickly. Heaven delayed release until pressure no longer scared you. You learned how to stay honest when numbers were small and expectations were heavy. That honesty matters. Many desire increase without capacity, but capacity grows through repetition, discipline, and unseen faithfulness. The mantle activates when integrity becomes reflex, not performance. As written in Luke chapter 16, verse 10, "Faithfulness in little precedes authority over much, ensuring wealth amplifies truth. Not temptation and stewardship remains consistent across seasons, scales and responsibilities entrusted to you by heaven alone." Chosen one. Activation also awakens discernment. You sense when money carries peace or pressure. This sensitivity is protection. Heaven teaches you to recognize which streams align with purpose. Not every opportunity is provision. Some are distractions wearing profit. The mantle sharpens perception, allowing you to say no without fear and yes without haste. You learned this through disappointment when shiny doors concealed hidden costs. As written in Proverbs chapter 2, verse 11, discretion preserves you. Activation strengthens foresight, guarding resources from misalignment, waste, and emotional decision-making that erodes sustainability, peace, and long-term impact within your expanding influence and responsibility sphere. Anointed one. Financial mantle activation changes how you measure success. Numbers matter, but meaning matters more. You no longer pursue growth that costs peace. Heaven trained you to ask, "What does this serve?" That question protects calling. Wealth under mantle assignment must serve life, not ego. As written in Psalm chapter 37, verse 21, "The righteous are generous and give." Activation aligns income with generosity, investment with wisdom, and expansion with responsibility. You become a conduit, not a container. Resources move through you, solving problems, funding solutions, and strengthening systems that outlast trends, applause, and temporary attention, ensuring lasting impact. Chosen one. The mantle also demands discipline. Freedom without discipline collapses. Heaven formed habits inside you during lack that will govern abundance. You learn to plan to delay gratification and to stay consistent when motivation faded. Those habits now serve you. Activation does not remove structure, it strengthens it. As written in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25, discipline precedes reward. The mantle empowers restraint, ensuring expansion remains sustainable. Without discipline, increase overwhelms. With discipline, increase multiplies. You were trained for longevity, not impulse, so what enters your hands stays aligned with purpose, stability, and generational responsibility entrusted to you. Anointed one. Financial mantle activation shifts authority. People respond differently to you. Opportunities recognize alignment. This is not dominance, it is trust. Heaven releases influence, gradually ensuring humility remains intact. You are entrusted with access, not control. As written in Matthew chapter 20, verse 26, leadership is service. Activation positions you as a steward, not a ruler. Authority flows through integrity. Wealth responds to trustworthiness. As your capacity expands, your posture stays grounded. This balance preserves peace, clarity, and discernment, allowing you to influence systems without being absorbed by them, remaining centered, calm, and aligned under increasing responsibility and visibility. Chosen one. Activation also heals scarcity memory. You remember lack, but it no longer controls you. Heaven does not erase memory, it redeems it. Scarcity taught empathy, wisdom, and restraint. Activation allows you to hold abundance without fear of loss. As written in Philippians chapter 4, verse 12, learning contentment precedes stability. You know how to live with much or little. That knowledge frees you from panic. Wealth becomes calm, not frantic. Decisions slow down. Clarity increases and fear releases its grip, allowing stewardship to remain intentional, balanced and resilient across changing conditions, seasons and responsibilities entrusted to you daily. Anointed One. The mantle also attracts accountability. More resources invite greater scrutiny. Heaven prepared you to welcome accountability, not fear it. Transparency protects calling. You learn to answer honestly, correct quickly, and remain teachable. These qualities sustain growth. Activation does not isolate. It connects you with wise counsel. As written in Proverbs chapter 11, verse 14, safety comes through guidance. Accountability strengthens discernment, protects integrity, and prevents drift. You remain open, grounded, and responsive to correction, ensuring increase stays aligned with truth, humility, and long-term sustainability within expanding influence and stewardship roles entrusted to you faithfully and consistently by Heaven. Chosen One activation brings peace into decision-making. You no longer rush under pressure. Heaven trained you to pause, pray, and proceed deliberately. This calm is authority. As written in Isaiah chapter 30, verse 15, quietness and trust bring strength. Activation aligns timing with wisdom. You wait without anxiety and act without fear. Money flows without noise. Growth unfolds without strain. This posture preserves clarity, health, and relationships. Wealth remains supportive, not consuming. You govern resources rather than being governed, ensuring peace stays central across seasons, opportunities, and responsibilities entrusted to your care and stewardship faithfully over time ahead, steadily, wisely. Anointed One financial mantle activation is sacred. It is not flashy, it is steady. Heaven entrusts those who remain grounded. You were prepared through obedience, not ambition. Activation confirms readiness, not arrival. As written in James chapter 1 verse 12, endurance brings reward. You endured quietly. Now authority settles. Responsibility feels natural. Resources respond calmly. Your posture remains humble, your decisions measured, and your motives clear. This mantle rests securely, guided by wisdom, protected by discernment, and sustained through consistent alignment with purpose, integrity, and reverence daily in all financial matters entrusted to your stewardship, faithfully and responsibly, always now. Chosen One. The financial mantle is active. It rests upon you because alignment is complete. Heaven recognizes readiness. You carry resources with peace, purpose, and restraint. Activation does not inflate, it stabilizes. You stand aware, grounded, and accountable. As written in Psalm chapter 25, verse 14, the secret of the Lord rests with those who fear Him. That covering remains. Stewardship flows, wisdom governs, increase responds. You remain faithful, patient, and aligned. This mantle is not temporary, it is sustained. It supports life, purpose, and impact quietly, consistently, and responsibly across seasons, decisions, and opportunities entrusted to your care continually. Chosen One. There are signs that appear before a breakthrough that do not look like victory at first glance. They are subtle, internal, and often misunderstood. Heaven does not announce transitions with noise. It reveals them through shifts in perception, changes in tolerance, and an increasing sensitivity to alignment. Long before circumstances change, your inner world begins to adjust. You may feel unsettled without knowing why, not anxious, but alert. This alertness is not fear, it is awareness. Breakthrough announces itself first through discernment. Anointed One. One of the earliest signs is a growing intolerance for what once felt normal. Situations you used to endure now feel heavy. Conversations that once entertained you now feel empty. This is not arrogance, it is refinement. Your spirit is being recalibrated to match a higher standard. Heaven raises internal boundaries before releasing external access. As written in Amos chapter 3 verse 3, can two walk together unless they are agreed? Agreement is shifting within you. Another sign is the strange quieting of desperation. You still desire progress, but you are no longer frantic. You feel a calm expectancy rather than urgency. This calm is not passivity. It is trust taking root. Breakthrough approaches when striving fades. As written in Psalm chapter 46 verse 10, "Be still and know." Stillness does not delay breakthrough, it prepares recognition. You are learning to move without panic. Chosen one, you may notice increased clarity about what you do not want, even before you know exactly what you do want. This clarity protects you. Heaven removes confusion first, then reveals direction. When fog lifts, vision sharpens. You are no longer tempted by every opportunity. Discernment is increasing. This is a sign that timing is near. Anointed one another indicator is resistance intensifying in unexpected ways. Opposition often rises before release, not because you are losing ground, but because alignment threatens stagnation. Pressure increases when movement is imminent. As written in Isaiah chapter 43 verse 2, "When you pass through waters you will not be overwhelmed." Resistance is not evidence of failure, it is confirmation of motion. You may also experience moments of sudden insight where past experiences suddenly make sense. Patterns connect, lessons align. What once felt random now feels instructional. This integration signals readiness. Heaven does not waste experience. When understanding consolidates, transition follows. Breakthrough requires comprehension, not just desire. Chosen one, you might sense increased emotional sensitivity, not weakness, but depth. You feel more aware of energy, tone, and intention. This sensitivity is refinement. It allows you to read rooms, people, and situations accurately. As written in Proverbs chapter 27 verse 19, "As water reflects the face, so the heart reflects the person." Your perception is sharpening because influence is approaching. Anointed one another sign is the closing of old cycles without dramatic endings. Things simply fall away. Relationships fade. Habits lose grip. You are not forcing separation. It happens naturally. This is alignment at work. Heaven clears space before filling it. Endings occur quietly when transitions are healthy. You may notice that your patience has deepened. Waiting no longer feels like suffering. It feels purposeful. This shift indicates maturity. Breakthrough is not given to those who panic under delay. It arrives when patience becomes strength. As written in James chapter 1 verse 4, "Let perseverance finish its work." Chosen one, you may also experience increased responsibility in small areas. Minor assignments feel more meaningful. You are trusted with details. Heaven tests stewardship in small things before releasing larger ones. Faithfulness is being observed, not judged, but confirmed. This is preparation, not pressure. Anointed one another sign is heightened discernment around timing. You feel when to act and when to pause. You no longer move impulsively. This restraint is not fear, it is wisdom. As written in Proverbs chapter 19 verse 2, "Haste leads to error. Breakthrough respects timing." You might also experience moments of joy without obvious cause. Peace surfaces unexpectedly. This joy is prophetic. It precedes manifestation. Heaven often releases emotional confirmation before physical evidence. Joy becomes strength. As written in Nehemiah chapter 8 verse 10, joy strengthens endurance. Chosen one. There may be an increase in dreams, reflections, or sudden ideas. These are not distractions, they are seeds. Heaven plants vision before building structure. Write them down. Hold them lightly. Not every idea is immediate, but each carries insight. Anointed one. Another sign is that your tolerance for compromise decreases. You would rather wait than betray alignment. This conviction is readiness. Heaven entrusts those who protect integrity. As written in Psalm chapter 84 verse 11, no good thing is withheld from those who walk uprightly. You may also feel a sense of completion about certain struggles. They no longer define you. You remember them without pain. This healing indicates closure. Breakthrough does not build on wounds. It builds on wisdom. Chosen one. You might observe that people begin responding differently to you. Respect increases subtly. Trust grows. This is not ego. It is alignment becoming visible. Authority often manifests quietly before recognition follows. Anointed one. Another sign is a deepening desire for contribution rather than consumption. You think about impact, not just income. This shift signals stewardship readiness. Heaven funds solutions, not self-indulgence. You may also sense that your prayers have become simpler. Fewer words, deeper trust. This simplicity reflects maturity. As written in Matthew chapter 6 verse 8, God knows what you need. You are no longer trying to convince heaven. Chosen. One. Another sign is that you feel less need to explain yourself. Silence feels safe. You trust that outcomes will speak. This confidence is not pride, it is alignment. Anointed one. You may notice that fear loses its urgency. It still whispers, but it no longer decides. Courage becomes calm. This stability is essential for what is approaching. You might also experience moments of gratitude for past delays. Perspective shifts. You see protection where you once saw loss. Gratitude signals readiness. Chosen one. These signs do not appear to impress you. They appear to prepare you. Breakthrough does not arrive suddenly to the unprepared. It unfolds steadily to the aligned. Anointed one. Awareness is your advantage now. Observe without anxiety. Respond without haste. Trust without forcing. These signs are not promises to chase. They are confirmations to recognize. Chosen one. The ground beneath you is shifting quietly, deliberately, precisely. Chosen one. Supernatural alignment does not arrive as chaos, noise, or emotional intensity. It arrives as order. It is the quiet synchronization between your inner posture and the movements of heaven where effort decreases and precision increases. Alignment is when resistance fades, not because obstacles vanish, but because timing, intention, and action finally agree. You're entering a phase where things no longer require forcing. Doors open with less explanation. Conversations happen without orchestration. Outcomes shift without manipulation. This is not coincidence. This is alignment activating. Anointed one. Alignment begins internally before it manifests externally. You notice that your decisions have slowed but sharpened. You pause more, yet act with greater accuracy. This is because heaven is guiding your attention. Supernatural alignment trains you to recognize flow rather than fight. As written in Psalm chapter 37 verse 23, the steps of a person are ordered. Order replaces urgency. Precision replaces anxiety. You're no longer pushing against the current, you are moving with it. Chosen one. Alignment also rearranges relationships. Some connections strengthen effortlessly, others dissolve without confrontation. This is not loss, it is calibration. Heaven aligns people according to purpose, not history. When alignment increases, compatibility becomes non-negotiable. You no longer force understanding, you allow resonance. As written in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14, alignment matters. Agreement determines sustainability. Supernatural alignment protects energy by ensuring that those who walk with you can move at the same frequency. Anointed One alignment also changes how opportunities find you. You stop chasing access. Access locates you. Invitations arrive unexpectedly. Information surfaces at the right moment. You overhear what you need without searching. This is not luck. This is orchestration. Heaven positions resources within reach when alignment is complete. You're not hustling for connection, you're being recognized by alignment. Chosen one. I speak from experience when I say alignment reduces exhaustion, striving drains, alignment sustains. You may still work diligently, but the weight feels lighter. Joy returns to effort. Creativity flows more freely. This is because alignment removes internal resistance. When the soul agrees with the direction, energy multiplies. As written in Isaiah chapter 10, verse 27, burdens break under alignment. You're not burning out. You're syncing up. Anointed One. Alignment also sharpens discernment. You sense when something is off, even if it looks perfect. You recognize timing without needing proof. This sensitivity is not superstition. It is spiritual intelligence. Alignment heightens awareness. As written in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 6, acknowledge God and paths become straight. Straight paths do not mean easy paths. They mean clear ones. Chosen One alignment also affects finances subtly at first. Small streams stabilize, leakage stops, waste becomes visible. This is not restriction, it is stewardship refining. Heaven aligns flow before increasing volume. You learn to manage peace before managing abundance. As written in Luke chapter 16, verse 11, trust follows integrity. Alignment ensures that what flows toward you stays clean. Anointed One supernatural alignment brings coherence to your past. Experiences, once confusing, now feel intentional. You see how delays positioned you, how detours protected you, how losses taught discernment. This clarity heals regret. Alignment redeems memory. As written in Joel chapter 2, verse 25, restoration includes understanding. You no longer wish you arrived sooner. You see why timing mattered. Chosen One alignment also affects communication. Your words carry weight without force. You speak less, yet impact more. People listen differently. This is not dominance, it is resonance. Alignment tunes your voice. As written in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 7, there is a time to speak. You now recognize that time intuitively. Anointed One. Alignment changes how you handle conflict. You no longer react immediately. You respond deliberately. Peace becomes priority. This is not avoidance, it is authority. When aligned, you do not need to prove yourself. As written in Romans chapter 12, verse 18, peace becomes strategy. Alignment removes the need to win arguments. Chosen One alignment also attracts provision without panic. You notice needs being met calmly. Support arrives without desperation. This steadiness is evidence. Heaven supplies where alignment exists. As written in Philippians chapter 4, verse 19, provision follows purpose. You are learning to trust supply without obsessing over source. Anointed One alignment restructures ambition. You still desire growth, but not at any cost. You choose sustainability over speed. This is wisdom. As written in Proverbs chapter 13, verse 11, steady gain endures. Alignment values longevity. Chosen one alignment also influences timing. You act neither too early nor too late. You sense readiness internally. This intuition is cultivated through obedience. As written in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3, appointed times reveal themselves. You are learning to recognize them. Anointed one, alignment quiets fear. It does not erase uncertainty, but it stabilizes response. Fear no longer directs action. Trust does. As written in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, sound mind prevails. Alignment strengthens courage through clarity. Chosen one, alignment is not perfection. It is agreement. Agreement between heaven's intent and your posture. When agreement exists, effort multiplies impact. You are not striving to align. You are noticing that alignment is already present. Anointed one, supernatural alignment is sacred. It is subtle, precise, and powerful. It does not rush. It does not announce itself. It simply works, and it is working now. Chosen one. Divine opportunities do not arrive the way human ambition expects them to. They rarely appear as grand announcements or obvious breakthroughs. Most often, they arrive quietly, wrapped in ordinary moments disguised as conversations, delays, or subtle invitations. Divine opportunities are not loud because they do not need to compete. They are precise. They arrive when alignment, timing, and readiness intersect. What distinguishes a divine opportunity from a human one is not size, but fit. It matches your season, your capacity, and your assignment without forcing you to abandon integrity or peace. Anointed. One divine opportunities find you differently than worldly ones. You do not chase them in panic. They recognize you through alignment. You may notice that as your posture changed, access changed. Doors that once felt sealed now open naturally. People respond with unusual favor. Information reaches you without excessive effort. This is not chance. This is orchestration. As written in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3, commit your works and plans are established. Commitment attracts coordination. Chosen one. Divine opportunities often arrive after pruning. Heaven removes distractions so clarity can sharpen recognition. If everything remained available, discernment would weaken. This is why certain options faded before new ones appeared. Loss of access was not rejection. It was focus. Heaven clears your field of vision so you do not confuse opportunity with distraction. Divine opportunities do not require you to betray your values to obtain them. They align with who you have become. Anointed one. There is a reason these opportunities arrive calmly. Panic is a sign of misalignment. When something is assigned, peace accompanies it. Even if the opportunity stretches you, it does not confuse you. There is a quiet assurance beneath the challenge. As written in Colossians chapter 3, verse 15, peace acts as an internal guide. Divine opportunities may feel demanding, but they do not feel chaotic. Chosen one. Divine opportunities also respect process. They do not bypass growth. They build upon it. You may recognize that opportunities now require you to use skills you developed during hidden seasons. Nothing feels wasted. Every delay now reveals purpose. This integration confirms alignment. Heaven does not introduce opportunity without preparation. You were trained for what is appearing. Anointed one. Divine opportunities often come through people rather than platforms. Relationships carry access. Conversations unlock doors. Favor flows through trust. This is why heaven refined your discernment around people. Not everyone who offers opportunity carries alignment. Divine opportunities arrive through those who respect your boundaries and recognize your integrity. As written in Psalm chapter 75 verse 6, promotion does not come from human striving alone. It arrives through divine positioning. Chosen one, you may notice that divine opportunities require courage, not desperation. You are invited, not pressured. You choose, not chase. This dynamic preserves dignity. Heaven does not manipulate. It invites participation. Divine opportunities allow space for consent. You can pray, reflect, and respond deliberately. As written in Isaiah chapter 30, verse 21, guidance comes gently. You hear it clearly because fear is not driving the decision. Anointed one, divine opportunities also arrive with provision attached. Not excess, but sufficiency. Enough clarity to move forward. Enough support to begin. Enough grace to learn. Heaven releases what is needed for the next step, not the entire journey. This keeps dependence healthy. As written in Matthew chapter 6, verse 34, provision arrives daily. Divine opportunities train trust incrementally. Chosen. One, divine opportunities do not flatter ego, they activate responsibility. You sense the weight immediately. This weight is not pressure, it is stewardship. You recognize that accepting the opportunity requires consistency, humility, and discipline. This is how you know it is real. Empty opportunities excite ego. Divine ones sober the spirit. They call you higher internally before they elevate you externally. Anointed one, divine opportunities also test obedience. Sometimes they look smaller than expected. Sometimes they feel beneath your capacity. This is intentional. Heaven checks posture before promotion. Will you serve faithfully without applause? Will you remain excellent without recognition? As written in Zechariah chapter 4 verse 10, do not despise small beginnings. Divine opportunities often start quietly to ensure pride does not outrun wisdom. Chosen. One another mark of divine opportunity is timing that feels both late and perfect. You may wonder why it did not come sooner, yet you immediately recognize you were not ready before. This clarity dissolves regret. Divine opportunities heal frustration by revealing purpose. They do not mock your waiting. They honor it. Anointed one, divine opportunities align with your values. You do not need to compromise to accept them. You do not need to pretend. Authenticity becomes advantage. Heaven positions you where who you are is enough. As written in Psalm chapter 18 verse 20, reward aligns with integrity. You are not rewarded for performance. You are entrusted because of character. Chosen one, divine opportunities also bring confirmation from multiple angles. Internal peace aligns with external affirmation. Wise counsel resonates. Circumstances cooperate. This convergence strengthens confidence. Heaven confirms through harmony, not confusion. You are learning to recognize this pattern. Anointed one, divine opportunities require responsiveness, not haste, but readiness. Delay beyond discernment can cause drift. When clarity arrives, action matters. As written in James chapter 2, verse 17, faith moves. Divine opportunities invite decisive obedience. Chosen one. Divine opportunities change trajectory quietly. You may not realize the magnitude immediately. Only later will you see how one decision altered seasons ahead. Heaven moves lives through moments, not spectacles. Divine opportunities are pivot points disguised as invitations. Anointed one. These opportunities are not rewards for perfection. They are expressions of trust. Heaven entrusts those who remain aligned. You are being trusted now. Chosen one. Divine opportunities are appearing because alignment is complete. Recognition is increasing. Responsibility is expanding. You are not chasing. You are responding. Chosen one. The revelation of wealth transfer is not about sudden gain without meaning, nor is it about luck shifting sides. It is about alignment reaching maturity. Wealth transfer occurs when resources move from places of misuse into hands prepared to steward them wisely. This movement is not random. It follows spiritual law, timing, and readiness. You are not stepping into wealth because you asked loudly. You are stepping into it because you remained aligned quietly. Revelation comes when you finally understand why delay was necessary. Anointed One wealth transfer begins as understanding before it manifests as provision. You start to see that money has always been moving, just not toward you yet. It was waiting for capacity, discipline, and clarity. Heaven does not release resources where chaos reigns. It releases them where order is honored. This is why your inner life was refined first. As written in Proverbs chapter 13, verse 22, wealth is stored for the righteous. Stored does not mean hidden forever. It means reserved until readiness is complete. Chosen. One revelation reframes how you view abundance. You no longer see wealth as personal reward. You see it as reassignment. Resources shift because purpose demands them. Systems require funding. Solutions require backing. Influence requires provision. Wealth moves to where it can solve problems without creating new ones. You are being positioned as a solution carrier, not merely a beneficiary. Anointed One. Wealth transfer also explains why certain people exit your life before increase arrives. Not everyone is meant to access what you will steward. This is not punishment. It is protection. Resources reveal hearts. Heaven limits access to preserve peace. As written in Matthew chapter 7 verse 6, discernment protects what is valuable. You were separated so stewardship could remain clean. Chosen. One revelation also clarifies why some opportunities appeared just as others collapsed. Wealth rarely transfers in isolation. It shifts during transitions. When systems fail, resources relocate. When old structures break, new stewards rise. You are not celebrating collapse. You are responding to responsibility. Wealth transfer is sober, not sensational. Anointed One. This revelation also heals resentment. You stop questioning why others had more while you had less. You see that abundance without alignment often becomes burden. You were spared premature weight. Now understanding replaces envy. As written in Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 19, enjoyment of wealth is a gift. That gift requires readiness. Chosen One. Wealth transfer revelation also awakens generosity. You sense that provision will flow through you, not end with you. This awareness protects you from hoarding. You prepare to release as well as receive. Heaven entrusts those who understand circulation. As written in Luke chapter 6 verse 38, giving governs flow. You are learning to steward movement. Anointed One revelation brings responsibility for wisdom. You commit to learning, planning, and accountability. Wealth transfer does not excuse ignorance. It demands excellence. You prepare systems, boundaries, and counsel. Heaven honors preparation. You are not waiting for wealth to change you. You are changing now. Chosen One revelation also settles fear. You understand that wealth does not define security. Alignment does. Money becomes tool, not identity. This freedom stabilizes decision-making. As written in Hebrews chapter 13 verse 5, contentment anchors trust. You carry that anchor. Anointed One. Wealth transfer revelation is calm. It does not rush, it does not boast. It waits for clarity, then moves decisively. You are not grasping, you are recognizing. Resources respond to recognition. Chosen one. This revelation is not the end. It is understanding beginning. You see now why you could not rush this stage. Clarity had to arrive before capacity expanded. Wealth transfer follows revelation, not the other way around. Anointed one, you are prepared to receive without losing balance. That is the revelation. That is the readiness. Chosen one. Generational purpose is the reason your journey never felt like it belonged to you alone. From the beginning, your life carried an echo that stretched backward and forward at the same time. You felt responsibility before you had language for it. You sensed that your decisions mattered beyond the moment, beyond comfort, beyond personal success. That awareness was not anxiety, it was legacy consciousness awakening. Heaven does not awaken legacy thinking in those whose lives are meant to end with themselves. Anointed. 1. Generational purpose explains why your struggles felt heavier than necessary and why quitting was never truly an option. You were not only carrying your own future, you were interrupting patterns. You were standing in the gap between what was inherited and what would be released. As written in Exodus chapter 20 verse 5, patterns travel through generations, but they do not have to continue. Someone must stand, decide, and realign. That someone became you. Chosen one legacy is not about fame. It is about transfer. What you heal does not return. What you build outlasts you. What you steward creates options for those who come after you. This is why your preparation required depth. Surface success cannot sustain generational impact. Heaven trained you to think long-term, to value stability over spectacle, to choose wisdom over applause. Legacy requires patience because it is measured in decades, not moments. Anointed one generational purpose also explains why you were drawn to responsibility early. Even when you wanted freedom, duty followed you. You felt accountable when others escaped. This was not unfairness. It was assignment. Heaven entrusts responsibility to those who will carry it without resentment. As written in Proverbs chapter 13 verse 22, a good person leaves an inheritance. Inheritance is not only money, it is mindset, values, systems, and stability. Chosen one legacy begins internally. You learn to regulate emotion, to respond rather than react, to pause instead of panic. These inner disciplines become generational gifts. Children inherit emotional patterns long before financial ones. Communities inherit leadership culture before they inherit resources. You were trained to lead yourself, so others could later follow without harm. Anointed one. I speak as someone who has seen families rise and fall, not by lack of opportunity, but by lack of stewardship. Wealth without legacy thinking evaporates. Influence without integrity collapses. Heaven delayed your increase until your values stabilized. You were not being withheld from, you were being prepared for endurance. Unchosen. One generational purpose also clarifies why your vision often extended beyond your immediate environment. You thought about impact, while others thought about comfort. You wondered how systems worked, how cycles repeated, how structures could change. This curiosity was not distraction, it was foresight. Legacy builders see further because they are responsible for more. Anointed one, legacy demands sacrifice not of joy, but of impulse. You learned to delay gratification. You chose consistency over excitement. These choices felt costly in the moment, but priceless over time. As written in Galatians chapter 6 verse 9, perseverance yields harvest. Legacy harvests are slow, but they are lasting. Chosen one generational purpose also includes reconciliation with the past. You learn to honor where you came from without repeating it. You broke cycles without bitterness. This balance is rare. Many either repeat or reject their origins. You redeemed them. Redemption allows legacy to heal rather than erase history. Anointed One legacy thinking also reshapes how you view success. You ask, not only did this work, but what does this create? You consider consequences beyond profit. This maturity is evidence of readiness. Heaven entrusts influence to those who consider aftermath, not just outcome. Chosen one legacy also requires boundaries. You learn to say no to what drains and yes to what builds. You protected your energy, your values, your time. These boundaries ensure sustainability. Legacy builders do not burn out. They pace themselves. As written in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23, guarding the heart protects everything else. Anointed One generational purpose includes teaching, whether formally or informally. People learn by watching you. Your consistency becomes instruction. Your integrity becomes curriculum. You model what stewardship looks like without speeches. This quiet leadership shapes culture. Legacy is often built through example, not announcement. Chosen one legacy also brings humility. You recognize that you are a steward, not the source. What flows through you is entrusted, not owned. This perspective keeps you grounded. As written in 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7, what do you have that you did not receive? Legacy honors source while stewarding flow. Anointed One generational purpose also prepares you for succession. You do not cling to control. You build systems others can carry. You empower rather than dominate. Legacy multiplies when leadership is shared wisely. Heaven favors those who plan beyond their own involvement. Chosen One legacy is not perfection. It is direction. You will make mistakes. What matters is correction. You learn to adjust without defensiveness. This adaptability preserves legacy. Rigid leaders fracture. Teachable stewards endure. Anointed One generational purpose also brings peace. You know your life is contributing to something larger than temporary gain. This peace anchors you during pressure. As written in Psalm chapter 112, verse 2, the upright leave strong descendants. Strength is built intentionally. Chosen one legacy is already forming through your choices, your restraint, your courage, and your alignment. You are not imagining this weight. You were designed to carry it. Heaven does not burden without purpose. Anointed One, your life is becoming a bridge between what was and what will be. That is legacy. That is purpose. That is why you endured. Chosen One, this is the moment where everything you have carried, endured, learned, and surrendered comes into alignment. Not as noise, not as spectacle, but as sealing. Prophetic sealing is not about emotion alone. It is about authorization. It is the moment heaven confirms internally what has already been formed patiently over time. Nothing new is being added to you now. What already exists within you is being activated, stabilized, and released into motion with clarity, authority, and peace. Anointed One, sealing does not feel dramatic. It feels settled. There is a calm weight to it, a seriousness without fear, a confidence without arrogance. You are no longer trying to become. You are stepping into. This is the difference. Becoming requires effort. Stepping into requires agreement. You are agreeing now with who you have been shaped to be. As written in 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 22, God seals and establishes. Sealing means what was prepared is now protected. Chosen one, prophetic sealing closes old internal debates. Questions that once looped endlessly lose their power. You no longer ask if you are ready. You recognize readiness through alignment. Doubt fades not because answers increased, but because trust matured. This is the fruit of every waiting season, every refining moment, every quiet act of obedience. You are no longer divided within yourself. Agreement has been reached. Anointed One's sealing also activates authority. Authority does not shout, it steadies. You notice it in how you make decisions, how you speak, how you respond under pressure. You are not rushed by urgency. You are guided by wisdom. As written in Luke chapter 10, verse 19, authority is given, not claimed. This authority rests comfortably because it matches your character. Chosen one. This activation does not disconnect you from humility. It anchors you deeper into it. You know where your strength comes from. You remain teachable, grounded, and aware. Sealing does not inflate ego. It fortifies posture. Heaven entrusts those who stay aligned under recognition as much as under obscurity. Anointed One prophetic sealing also closes access to what once drained you. Old patterns lose appeal. Old fears lose influence. You are not fighting them anymore. They simply do not fit. This is maturity. Alignment naturally rejects what no longer belongs. As written in Romans chapter 12, verse 2, transformation renews perspective. Your perspective has shifted. Chosen one activation also brings peace with pace. You no longer rush timelines. You respect process. You know when to act and when to wait. This discernment is the reward of obedience. As written in Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31, those who wait are renewed. Renewal does not mean inactivity. It means strength, aligned with timing. Anointed One, sealing integrates every part of your journey. Nothing was wasted. Pain becomes wisdom. Delay becomes strategy. Loss becomes clarity. Even mistakes are redeemed through humility. You no longer wish parts of your story away. You understand their role. This integration creates stability. Stability sustains influence. Chosen one prophetic sealing also releases responsibility. You feel it not as burden, but as honor. You understand that what you carry matters. Not to impress others, but to serve purpose. Resources, influence, and opportunity are now understood as stewardship. As written in 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10, each one must steward what is received. You are prepared to steward without fear. Anointed One activation does not isolate you. It clarifies community. You recognize who walks with you in alignment and who does not. There is no resentment, only clarity. Sealing removes confusion about access. Heaven surrounds you with what supports purpose, not distraction. Chosen one. This is also the moment where faith becomes embodied. You no longer talk about belief, you live it. Faith shows in patience, consistency, and courage. It is no longer reactive, it is grounded. As written in James chapter 1, verse 3, tested faith produces endurance. Endurance now supports movement. Anointed. One prophetic sealing quiets the need to explain. You trust outcomes to speak. You move without announcement. You build without noise. Heaven sees. That is enough. As written in Matthew chapter 6, verse 6, what is done in alignment is rewarded openly. Chosen one. This final activation does not end your journey. It stabilizes it. You are not arriving at an ending. You are entering continuity. Purpose unfolds layer by layer. What matters now is faithfulness, humility, and alignment. You have been trained for longevity, not intensity. Anointed One, receive this sealing without striving. You are authorized, you are aligned, you are prepared. What flows through you will be governed by wisdom. What opens before you will be stewarded with integrity. Heaven confirms what was formed quietly. Chosen One, this is not hype, this is confirmation. Walk forward steadily, you are sealed. Chosen One, receive this sealing in reverence. The transfer is already in motion, and you are standing in your kairos moment. What heaven has prepared cannot be delayed or denied. Walk forward in faith, stay aligned, and remain expectant. If this word confirms your spirit, stay connected and carry it with obedience and gratitude.